WhyGuru, 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 WhyGuru. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभौ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच मैं नहीं कछ हों नहीं किछ आहे न मोरा औसर लज्जा राख लिहो सदना जन तोरा वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. So I'm very grateful to Guru Sahib for bringing us all the way here. We traveled with my little girl, so it's a bit tiring. We started traveling from 3 o'clock, and the topic for today is understanding ego and its friends, its affiliates. Okay, why? Because ego is that one thing, that main disease that all of us have. Each one of us might have different illnesses, cancer or heart illnesses, kidney illnesses, and so on. But there's one illness that is common in all of us, and that is ego. So in the next slide, what is ego? Ego is not pride. We think that this person has ego because that person has pride, but actually ego, if we look at Gurbani, the term used for ego is home. Home means I am, I, me. Basically, home is the thing, is the most chronic illness that separates us from Paramatma. Home dirag roga hai, daru pi isma hai. Now, what does it mean when Guru Sahib says that home is a chronic illness, but the medicine, the cure is within it as well? Ego is that one thing that separates us from Paramatma. Because Gurbani says that Mantu Jot Swarup hai. Gurbani says that Atma and Paramatma is one. But when we start saying that no, I am this body, I am this existence, I am me, that's when we become separate from WhyGuru. So when Guru Sahib says that Daru pi isma hai, when that cure for that illness, which is ego, it's also within this body, because Guru Sahib says, Sab kich kar mein bahar nahi. Everything is within this house. This harmandar eho sareer hai. Paramatma bhi ede vich hi vasa. Even WhyGuru is within this body as well. We also make that mistake when we say Paramatma, we have to find Paramatma outside. But if you look within you, the illness is within me and the cure is within me as well. And in Gurbani, what is that cure? Is Naam. So that's why Gurbani says, Home naave naal virodh hai, doe na vase ikathai. Naam is the cure to home, to ego, and hence ego or the mind struggles a lot, fights a lot when someone is trying to walk on the path of Sikhi, to Japanam, to do Simran, to do Seva, to do Sangat. Because it's a medicine. I would share some of my personal experiences, my personal stories as well, just to relate a bit more. Cancer is a chronic illness as well. I'm a cancer survivor. And it eats up the person from within. Physically, it eats up the body. But ego is that illness that eats up the mind. And who suffers? The soul suffers. Because what this body is for the soul, the Atma, to go back to Paramatma. But what ego is doing, it is stopping that from happening. How? Through the mind. So when the mind indulges in everything happening around this world, we are going further away from our true purpose, which is going back to WhyGuru. The soul is crying, "Bhi main vapas jana." But the mind, the ego, is bringing us to the opposite path. Even someone, ego is so subtle, such a bleak line of what ego is. Someone who even thinks that, you know what, I have no ego in me. I'm not like this person who's proud. I'm not proud. That itself is already ego. It's that subtle. Someone thinking that I have no ego, it's already considered an ego. That's why in Gurbani, Mara says a Sikh should be someone who is Gur Sikhan di Tur, who is the Das of the Das, the servant of the servants of the servants. Why ego? Why Guru Sahib gave us ego when it's such a great illness and it's stopping us from going back to Paramatma? Why make our life difficult? Home sab sarir hai, home upat hoy. It is because of home that this whole creation came about. Home na hundi, then we wouldn't even be in this creation, in this world. Home vich jio band hai. That jeev atma, that soul that we are speaking about, is trapped within home, within this body. Because of home, because of ego, we actually perform karam. We actually say things, we do things, we think. And only then karams are performed. And if we don't have that karam, then how are we going to even come into this human body? How are we going to pay for our actions, for our karam? The fact that we are in this human body, sanu e sarir milya, we must have done something good in our past life. But the fact that we are paying for certain things in our life now, many of us here, we have our own type of dukkha. Family issues, relationship issues, financial issues, health issues. It's because we are paying for the bad karmas that we have done in our past life. That's why a lot of questions, other dharam are asking these questions. How can we explain why babies die in the womb? How can we explain why someone who has done so much great things in their life suddenly just pass away? It's because of karam as well. And karam is performed under the influence of ego. So now we look at the affiliates of ego. If somebody asks what ego is, simple term, it's that separates us from Paramatma. That I-ness that separates me from understanding, from knowing, from believing that I am Paramatma Sarup. I'm not separate from WhyGuru. I'm actually one with WhyGuru. What is wrong is I've just forgotten my path to go back to where I came from. And these 5 best friends, the affiliates of ego, is doing its job to stop us from going back to WhyGuru. Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankaar. So you can think of this as the workers of ego, the friends of ego, the affiliates of ego. And Gurbani says, Is dehi andar panj chor vas hai, Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankara. What does it do? Amrit lut hai. So now what is that Amrit? Everyone here is looking for Ananda. Everyone here wants peace, man di shanti, sarir di shanti. Who here doesn't want Ananda or peace? See, this is the common goal between everybody. We might have different goals in this world. We want to become rich, we want to have a big house, good career. That's fine. That's a physical. achievement we want. But spiritual achievement is the same for everybody. Either you're an Amritari, you're a Munna, you're a Kesatari, you're from a different faith, doesn't matter. The spiritual goal is the same, Ananda. The age that Amrit Guru Sahib speaks about is that Ananda within us. Because Paramatma Swarup, ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, what is the form of WhyGuru? I mean, Guru Sahib ਦਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਹੈਗਾ, but what is the form of WhyGuru? The Nirgun Swarup, that is formless. How can we imagine or how can we feel that formless WhyGuru? 3 qualities of Nirgun Swarup Paramatma is Sat, it's always true, never changing. Chitta, Chetan means the consciousness, the one who recognizes others, everybody, and recognizes itself. This carpet is not a Chetan Swarup, it's Jad. Why? Because this carpet doesn't know that it's a carpet, and this carpet doesn't even know that we are sitting on it. But we have that Chetan Swarup within us. Because why? Can you recognize yourself? Yes, my name is Gurpreet Kaur. Can you recognize other people? Yes, that's Palvinder Singh. There's Atma in me, there's Atma in him. And the last, Ananda, that Sadasuk, peace, unaffected by the ups and downs in life, unaffected by what the world does, by what the world say. Dunya pave mardi bhi hove, unaffected. Always in Ananda, which we want to achieve. So Amrit Lute, what does these 5 things do? It takes that Ananda away from us. But Manmukh nahi bujhe. This is the problem when Guru Sahib calls us Manmukh. Gurbani calls us Manmukh. Because why? We don't even know that the Amrit within us, that Ananda, is being taken away, is being snatched away by these 5 things. We are allowing it to happen. That's the issue. Manmukh nahi bujhe, koi na sune pukara. Then we cry, we ask the world to save us. Nobody's going to save us because everyone here is fighting these 5 thieves who's trying to steal, snatch that Ananda away from us. What we want to do is to recognize that these thieves are trying to snatch that Ananda away from us, and we are trying to control it, put a barrier and not allow that to happen. We want to contain that peace within us. But before trying to cure an illness, before trying to cure cancer, you need to know what's causing that cancer. You need to know how to tackle it. You need to know the symptoms to recognize that it's an illness. So we are going to try to do that now. Kaam. The first enemy, the first chore, the first thief, Kaam. Kaam is also defined as desire. A lot of us, we only define it as lust. Lust is one definition, but in a majority level, it's desire. Gurbani says, Nimakh kaam swad karan kot dinas dukh pahe. Slok Sanskriti, He kamang nark bisramang bahu joni parmavane. He kamang, he kaam, he lust. Nark bisramang, what does kaam do? It sends people to nark, to hell. Bahu joni parmavane. And then sends us back to the life cycle of 8.4 million. Fair jammo, fair maro. That's what Kaam does. But Kaam is the first thing, the first energy that Maharaj has put into us, because without Kaam, this world wouldn't survive as well. Kaam to bina procreation nahi hona. Makes sense, right? We study science as well. Without the energy of lust, without the energy of Kaam, there's no procreation which will be, able. But the problem comes is when we allow this energy of Kaam to control us. Kaam is also that first vice, that first thief, this first energy that people indulge in behind the doors. Think about it, Sangaji. Not much katha is on Kaam. People are not willing to speak about issues like pornography. People are not willing to speak about issues like sexual grooming. Why? Because all of these things, to speak about it, first you need the guts to speak about it. Because then people will start judging, oh, this person speaking about this issue means they know about it. They might have done it. So there's fear to speak about this thing, to speak about Kaam. But this first thing, why Kaam is the first thief, Maharaj put Kaam, because in the age of Joban, this age that we are in now, the youth age, Kaam is the worst enemy of ours. Don't worry about greed. don't worry about attachment, not now, but Kaam. When we allow it to attack us at this age of youth, a lot of issues we will face. Then when we step on to the next stage in life, Gristi Jivan, the marriage household, what happens is we bring a lot of baggages with us because of Kaam. Then to get into a marriage relationship, it becomes very difficult because of all the past baggages that we have. In Sikhi, in Itihas, there's a small Sakhi of Bhai Joga Ji, a Sikh of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, who from childhood they stayed on with Guru Gobind Singh Ji and did seva of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. When they became a youth, Jado Joban aaya, the parents of Bhai Joga Ji went to Guru Sahib and said, now it's time to get him married. That's why in the olden days, Sangaji, marriage used to happen at a very young age, early. They don't wait too long. The issue now is we tend to wait too long, and along the way, a lot of things happen that we regret later on. So Bhai Joga Ji went back to their hometown to get married. But Guru Gobind Singh Ji wanted to test Bhai Joga Ji as well, because Bhai Joga Ji was a very great sevadar of Guru Kar. As they were doing their lava completed, a Sikha was sent by Guru Gobind Singh Ji to the Penda, to where the lava was taking place, the marriage was taking place. And in that chitti, in that Hukamnama, it was stated that Bhai Joga Ji has to come back to Anandpur Sahib right away. And Bhai Joga Ji, being that Sikh of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, said Sat Bachan, left the lava, left the Anandkaraj, did not even have his Suhagra, his first night, did not even manage to spend time with his wife. He went back to Anandpur Sahib. That night, because it's a long journey by foot, that night he stopped in one village, and in that village, in that inn that he stayed, in front of the inn was a brothel. Yeah? And he's thinking to himself, now this is how the mind plays this game. He's thinking to himself that I'm such a great Sikh of the Guru that Guru Sahib ne Hukamnama bheja, Guru Sahib sent the Hukamnama, and right away I left my marriage and I went out and I'm going to Anandpur Sahib. There's no one like me. But because of this, the chance of me spending time with my wife, the chance of me being able to love my wife is taken away from me. Now I don't even know when I'm going to meet her. And that calm energy was strong that he decided, the mind led him to go to the brothel. As he went to the front door of the brothel, there was a guard standing there with the Parchar. Each time he tried to go in, the guard refused him entry. Nahi ja sakda, and inside there's a king who's being entertained. You can't go in. Come back later. Bhai Joga Ji went back to his room and he kept looking from outside the window and he's wondering, why is this king not coming out from the brothel? He goes back. Again, he gets rejected. He goes back, gets rejected. Saver ho gaya. He says, now I have to make my journey to Anandpur Sahib. But when Din chadya, as he's going back to Anandpur Sahib, he has that realization that now I'm going back to my Guru, and Guru ta jani jaane. The Guru sees everything. Even if whatever happens behind the door, parde de piche vi jara kuch hunda, o Guru Sahib dekhda wa. We think that koi dekhda niga, so kar lene ya. That's the mistake that we do. Bhai Joga Ji is going back to Anandpur Sahib, he's walking back and he's thinking that my Guru must know that I've done this. And that regret kicks in. You know why Guru Sahib saves us from, what Guru Sahib saves us from? That regret that we'll have when we're about to leave this world. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੁੰਨੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਦਾ ਪਛਤਾਵੇ ਤੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਚਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ. Who wants to leave this world with regret that why I did this in my life? I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have become closer to my Guru. That should have and should have not. That is what Guru Sahib is trying to save us from when they ask us to read Gurbani, when they ask us to walk on the path of Sikhi. And Bhai Joga Ji is going through that regret. I should have not done that. My Guru watched me. My Guru now knows that I actually stepped into the brothel. I was about to step into the brothel. I had these kind of thoughts. He goes back to Anandpur Sahib and his head is down. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji looks at him, Bhai Joga Ji, ki hoya tenu, what happened to you? Why do you look so sad? And he goes near Guru Sahib. Parde di galla is something to be ashamed of. You can't speak about this publicly. That's what Kaam is. You can show your anger in public, but you can't show your lust in public. And he goes near to Guru Sahib. He says, Guruji, tusi ta jani jan, you know what I did. How can I say it out loud? And Guru Sahib, our Guru, parda takkan wale ne. They cover our parda as well. They keep whatever sins we have done, our Guru covers them. Ajkal dunya de vich ki hunda social media de vich कोई बंदा गलत चीज़ करदा एकदम असी सारी दुनिया ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲ ਫਲਾ ਕੇ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੰਦੇ that this person has done wrong. That is not Sikhi. ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਭੂਮਿਆ ਚੋਰ ਸੱਜਣ ਠੱਗ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਰਦਾ ਗੱਜਿਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਦਾਸੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਉਦਾਸੀਆਂ ਕੀਤਾ when Guru Sahib did ਉਦਾਸੀਆਂ they didn't go around and said did you know I met this ਸੱਜਣ ਠੱਗ he used to ठग all the sadhuਆਂ did you know I met this ਭੂਮਿਆ ਚੋਰ who used to steal people's wealth. No. When our Guru is not doing that, who are we to think that we can do that? That is the action of ego. When we think we are better than others, so we start opening everyone's parda in publicly. Please, benti to never do that. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji goes near to Bhai Joga Ji and says, Jogya, jera peredar khara siga, the guard who was standing outside the brothel, that was me. You see Guru Sahib, how he protected Bhai Joga Ji from entering. How Guru Sahib themselves took the form of that guard, stood in front of that brothel just to stop his Sikh from going in. Because when Bhai Joga Ji came to Anandpur Sahib and Guru Gobind Singh Ji, they were a child, Guru Gobind Singh Ji asked, what's your name? And he says, Guru Sahib, Joga. And Guru Sahib said, Bhai Joga Ji and Guru Sahib had that conversation. Guru Sahib said, Jogya, je tu mere joga, ta me tere joga. If you are in for me, if you are for me, I am for you. And that's how Guru Sahib protected Bhai Joga Ji. So now if we want to look at how to control this energy, this negative energy of Kaam, first understand what are the trigger points. How does Kaam attack us? Think about it like a cancer cell that's dormant in this body. You eat something or you do something or any form of stress level is the one that will trigger that cancer cell to become more, to grow and become cancerous. Think of Kaam or these 5 vices as that cancer cell. What is the trigger point? The trigger point is this senses, this body. Whatever we see, what we hear, what we speak about, what we feel, what we touch. In this world now, you cannot stop social media from showing you any form of pornography, soft porn or whatever, images. We can't stop, it's everywhere. Even in the YouTube for kids, a child was watching a YouTube video and I was just looking and it was showing a young girl, maybe 7, 8 years old, with heart emojis when she sees a boy of her age. And she's imagining the boy giving her a red rose and them about to kiss. That's YouTube for kids. That's scary. So imagine for adults. Even if I want to watch a historical documentary, I love history. I love to watch histories about war, about battles. But I cannot avoid because they always will have some sort of sexual scene in it. So what are the trigger points? Through these senses, what we hear, what sound we hear, what we watch. We might think that 1 minute of that scene in that movie is nothing, but it's something. It's a seed that we plant in this mind. Then what emotions do you go through it? What do you feel when those kind of scenes or you have your hormonal levels are increasing in your body? Your heart starts palpitating, you start sweating. You have that urge to do something physical. Then, the mind comes to a junction. Which path do you choose? Do you choose to continue watching that scene or do you choose to stop? This is where we create that karma. When we say that everything is within hukam, then why do we need to do anything? Everything is within hukam. It's true, everything is within hukam. But Maharaj, because they made us this human, we have this human body, we have this mind, this intellect, they have given us the ability to make a choice as well. And the karmas that we collect are based on that choice that we make when we are on that junction, here or here. Then, what we need to do is to be conscious. A lot of things that we do in this world, in our life, we are doing it unconsciously. Sanu pata hi nahi hunda. Then dihadi savere uth ke bas burshi kar li, brush your teeth, shower, start doing work. We are not conscious. We are not aware. That's the issue. So when we are not aware, we are letting the mind be aware and do things for us. When I say we, I'm speaking about us Jeev Atma. Because we are not the mind, we are not the body. We don't say I mind, right? We say my mind, my body. So what is me? What is that I? Is that Jeev Atma. Okay? When you are aware that, oh no, this scene is about to come. Oh, I'm experiencing this, my heart is palpitating, and this scene is about to come up, and it might affect me. Then what do? Break that cycle. You have to break it. If you don't break it, how are you going to become better? The issue is we are not aware, we allow it to happen. And we say, koi na, ek comment da scene hai, it's fine, it's just one video, it's fine. It's going to continue. You have to break that cycle. It takes guts to break it. When you break it, you're one step to improvement. And then, the last thing, walk away. If you know that this is going to cause an issue, you know that this is a process you have gone through, these are the feelings you have gone through, next time something like this happens, walk away. There's no other choice. Because at this age, especially the age of youth, we are fighting this. Maybe some people can watch it and say, it's not going to affect me. But to reach that stage, you need to be full of strength within you. And how do you get that strength? Doing Naam Simran. Te jaise Naam Simran nahi kar de, then what we need to do is talk to yourself a lot and break away from that cycle. Stop it. Gurbani says, Ab man jagad raho re pai. Guru Sahib always tells to be jag. Guru Sahib tells to be awake. Gafal hoye kya janam gavayo, chor muse kar jaye. The chor, the thieves, because we are unaware, we are not conscious, we allow these thieves to snatch away things from us. And because of Kaam, I'm focusing here on lust, not on the desire part. One nimak Kaam swad karan kot dinasa dukh pave. Nimaka. Nimaka means a blink of an eye. That's how long a nimaka is. Imagine for a blink of an eye, you see a nude scene, you have already entered that moment into your karam and you're going to be paying for it. Okay? In this world, maybe another thing is like people will say that nobody knows I'm watching pornography. Nobody knows I'm watching this movie with this 18 plus scenes. Who cares? I'm watching it on my own. Fine, the world doesn't know. But Dharamraj jab lekha mange kya mukh leke jayega? When Dharamraj, when you leave this world and you have to give your lekha, means you have to give your accounts for what you have done in this world. Dharamraj jab lekha mange, then kya mukh leke jayega? What face are we going to bring? I actually watched 18 hours of pornography in a day. I actually had a sexual relationship before marriage. How are you going to show your face? And then you're going to be paying for this karam. So it's a very strong energy that attacks us in this age of youth. That's why if you want to focus on something to improve yourself, focus on fighting this thief, this vice first. Anger. Anger is a fire that burns all the guna within us. Gurbani says, Kathan Krodh kat hi ke pitar jeh sud sab bisrai. That one moment of anger, what it does is whatever suddha buddhi we have, whatever intellect, whatever consciousness, awareness that we have, all is gone. Because anger de vich, we say things that we don't mean. We do things that we don't mean. We say and do things that we regret later on. Why did I say this? Why did I do this? Things said and done in anger is not done in awareness. And later on will bring in a lot of regret. You know, one way to help us out from this problem the Panj Chor attacking us is to have Gurbani Kant, to have Panktiyan Kant. For example, if Kaam is attacking you, then read the Pankti, Nimk Kaam Swad Karan Krodh Dinas Dukh Pave. Read this Pankti over and over again. If let's say it's not in your mind on top of your head, write it down and stick it in your room. Or in the area that you're prone to watching scenes or doing things, put it up in your room. Have pictures of Guru Sahib in your room, because then you're not going to do it. Your mind is not going to allow you to do it because Guru Sahib is looking at you. The picture of Guru Sahib is looking at you. Or you have Gurbani in front of you, you'll be reading it and reminding yourself. It's about constant reminder. So this Pankti is a reminder for us who are fighting anger. Farida bureda palakar gussa man na handai, dehi rog na lag gayi palle sab kich paye. Why Guru Sahib, why Bhagat Ji says dehi rog na lag gayi? With anger, what happens, what kind of emotions or feelings you go through? Your heart starts palpitating. Think about it. All this energy, your heart will start palpitating. That means your mind is running up and down. You're not at peace. So everybody here is trying to be in Ananda. The first thing that the anger or Kaam will attack is your heart, and you're not in Ananda anymore. So you're angry, your heart is palpitating, you have your fist clenched, and you're so stressed out. What happens to your body? What does stress do to your body? Jinnah nu dil di bimari ya, cholesterol level, food is one factor, environment is another factor for illnesses. So this affects your environment, which affects your health. Personal experience, because don't think that people who sit here and give talks or do Parchar are like perfect people. We also fight a lot. And one of the energy that attacks me a lot is Krodh, is anger. Because of a lot of things that we have been through in our childhood, a lot of trauma that we have been through when we were young and all, also accounts for all this energy that we fight. So I went to Canada and I met Bhagat Ji. And I was sitting. Jere Brahmgyani saints hunde ne, they can read through your mind. They can read through you and know what you're struggling with, and they want to help you. It's not put you in the spot, but they want to help you. And I was sitting in the blind spot of Bhagat Ji, Bhagat Jaswant Singh Ji, and they were talking to my husband, and suddenly they went quiet and they looked at me and they said, Bibbi Ji, joro tenu gussa chadda, tu ki kardi hai? He asked me, when you get angry, what do you do? I was like, because I've been practicing, है ना? I said, Baba Ji, I take long, deep breath. मैं लंबा साह लेनी है. Then he goes, good. Breathing, that's why, you know, when we do Simran, when we breathe, we are helping our mind, our heart to go back to the Ananda. So when you're facing anger, at that point of time, close your eyes, it helps. Just and just let it go and just close your eyes. Don't look at anybody, don't listen to anybody. If you need to walk away, walk away. Close your eyes and just take deep, long, deep breath, and it helps to calm down the mind. The mind becomes more active when the breathing becomes faster. That's how it was. Faster breathing, more active mind. Slower breathing, the mind becomes very quiet. Try that. And then I used to read this Pankti, Farida Bureda Palakar. That's why the opposite nature of Krodh is Daya, compassion. Normally we get angry, we get upset is because of people who don't meet our expectations. Why you did like that? Why you didn't do like that? How come this is like this? We are normally upset with people or things that doesn't meet our expectations. So how can we change that energy of anger to something positive? Is have daya, be compassionate. Tell yourself, koi na bichara ya enu ki pata si. Or if this thing is not working, koi na, this thing doesn't even know that it's a mic. Doesn't matter. Koi na, fir kar lange. Our olden days people are so great. Why are they so humble? They're so calm people, our grandparents and all. Because they used to say, koi na, chalo ki ho gaya, eve ki gusse hona, kisse de naal. Now we lost that. Now is, ene mere na aaye kita, main bhi karu ede naal aaye. Why, है? And that's causing us more pain, right? So let's look at this third energy, Lobh, greed. What Gurbani says about greed? जो कुकर हरकाया तावे दह दिस जाए लोभी जंत न जाने पख अपख सब खाए. This is what the quality of lobh, of greed is. Greed is connected to a dog. You know the Sakhi of a dog that looks at its reflection in the river with the bone in its mouth? Do you know that fable? Same thing, Guru Sahib uses that same fable, that a dog with the bone in his mouth walks across the bridge and looks down at the river, looks at its reflection and thinks that it's another dog with another bone. And that dog thinks that, you know what, I want that bone. And the dog starts barking. What happens to the bone in his mouth? Falls into the river. Now our bone mill liya, now oh bone mill liya. What happened? Lose everything. Lobhi jant na jani, pakh sab khai. Second quality, someone who's greedy doesn't even know the difference between edible and non-edible. Sara kuch, mainu aavi lena, main aavi lena, aavi lena, aavi lena. This is also another experience. So, my husband loves sweet food and he's a diabetic patient and he loves sweet. So same thing, pagaji bethe, and then he looks at my husband and he says, you have diabetic and you like to eat sweet food, and he can't control jalebi ajanti, gulab jamun, basu mein khana, and I have to control it for him. That's why sangat is important as well. So pagaji looks at me and said, Bibi ji, when he wants to eat sweet, you tell him, Bina santok nahi ko raje. Use that pankti and remind him. Bina, what does it mean? Bina santok, without contentment, nobody is ever full. Koi nahi rajda without contentment. Contentment means it's enough. Inna vi theek a. Ek prashada mil gaya, inna ka vi theek a. It's fine. I have a salary of 2,000 ringgit. It's fine. Guzara hunda, fine. Contentment. So, this is what the Sangat does. When you have issues that this vices, Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Ahankaar is attacking you, go into Sangat. One is Simran. Because doing a lot of Simran gives you the internal strength to fight. Your mind becomes stronger. Second is Sangat. Go into Sangat and tell your friend, hey, you know, if I tend to eat a lot for dinner, you remind me, okay? You shouldn't eat a lot. Your stomach's coming up, you know, control. So that's what I used to do with my husband. Whenever he's about to eat too much of chocolates, I say, bina santog nahi ko raje. You know, just remind him. It becomes something funny because like you're reminding them, you're playing with them, but it's also something serious because Gurbani says this. So use the tool of Gurbani. So to change Lobh is to have santog, contentment. So start something. If we have that energy, that greed, that I want a lot of money. Itthe bhi main paise lena, itthe bhi invest karna, utthe bhi invest karna. Tell yourself, I'm happy with what I have. Because what greed does is, you either end up losing everything, or you either end up taking things that are not even good for you. So you're gonna basically destroy yourself. The fourth chore, attachment, moh. Attachment is a closed fist. You don't want to let go. The opposite of attachment is detachment, bairag, love, an open palm. कोई आ गया जिंदगी दे विच ठीक आ, कोई चला गया वो भी ठीक आ. We face this issue when our loved one leave this world, or something that we love so much is taken away from us. That's when this chore, this vice attacks us. So how can we change it to something positive? Is to have detachment. Detachment is something very difficult to have. Means I'm a mother now, and the attachment between a mother and a child, it's so strong that sometimes I'm not even willing to let go of her, like to leave her alone for a few hours. Because why? The mind will be thinking, what's my child doing? What is she doing? She needs milk, she needs food, she needs this, she needs that. But prem, it's also, Guru Sahib also speaks about love, unconditional love between a mother and a child as well. That the mother is willing to sacrifice anything and everything for the child. That's prem. Doesn't matter anything happens to me, other people are happy. Koi na, detachment. If you want to go away, want to leave this world happily, you have to learn to be detached from things. Because why? Attachment is also that one element, that energy that causes us to come back again and again and again. The Ahankaar Shabad in Gurbani by Bhai Joga Ji. Ahankaar jo mandar simre, aisi chinta mein jimare, pret jon valval avtare. If you read that Shabad, Bhai Joga Ji says about the Ahankaar, that end moment. And the end moment, it can be any moment, because who knows when we are going to die? So it could be the next moment. So always live our life as if the next moment is this moment is our last moment. The Ahankaar moment. Guru Sahib says, Bhai Joga Ji says, Ahankaar jo mandar se mein, if you're so attached to your house, your property, your wealth, your money, aise chinta mein jamare, and we die, we leave this world with that kind of chinta. Oh, yo, what's going to happen to my house? My family is going to be fighting for my properties. You know, I don't want my house to go to this person. What is the next June will come in? Pret zone valval avtare. We'll end up coming into a pret zone, a ghost, and will reside in the same house that we are so attached to. Ahankaar जो लड़के सिमरे, ऐसी चिंता में जिमरे, सूकर जोन वल वल अवतरे. So Ahankaar, in the last moment, if we end up thinking a lot about our children, what is the life form that we'll get into? The next one is pigs, because pigs, they have a lot of, piglets and so on. So you read that Shabad of Bhai Joga Ji, and in the end, Ahankaar Narayan simre, aisi chinta mein jimre, Badat talochan te nar mukta pitampar jaake hriday vase. So at the end moment, if we think of Paramatma, which means every moment we are thinking of Paramatma, it can be in any form, doing Naam Simran, showing gratitude to WhyGuru Ji, doing Sangat, doing Seva, thinking of Paramatma, thinking of Guru Sahib. Aisi chinta mein jimare, badat talochan te nar mukta, that person becomes mukta, liberated from all forms of dukkha. पीतंबर जाके हृदय वसे, and what happens? जिथों आया परमात्मा तो आया, उत्थे ही जाके वस जाना. We go back to where we come from, which is WhyGuru. So what do we want to think about in every moment? The last one, Ahankaar. Ahankaar, pride. Pride means I am better than you, which in fact I am actually same like you, because you are Atma, I am Atma. We come from the same place, we are going to the same place. So there's no such thing as I am better than you, or you are better than me, or we are worse than other people. No. We are just different. Where we come from, where we are going is the same. What makes us different is the journey, the path in between. Some people have a straight path, everything is super good for them. Some people is like an S shape. Here, go there. Some people go here, dead end. Go there, dead end. Come back again, start again. It's different. But we're just going to go back to the same place where we come from. Some might take longer time, some might take shorter time. So, Gurbani says, Teen ser ka dihari mehman, we are just a mehman here, a guest here for a few days. Our vasta tuj pahe aman. Means all these things that we have is actually given to us. Asi aapne kuch kita. There's this Sakhi of a sadhu and a king. The sadhu comes to meet the king, and the king, they have charcha, bachan bilas, and the sadhu gives a lot of sikhya to the king. And then the king says, towards the end, the king says, ask for something. I have a lot of money in my treasury, take it. And the sadhu says, no. This money is not yours. Okay, take my palace. This palace is not yours. You didn't make it. It was given to you by your forefathers and all that. And it belongs to the Parja. This kapde is not yours. So what is it of you that you can give to me? The sadhu says. And the king says, Mainu pata nahi. Je aa sara kuch mera nahi ga, sara kuch mainu ditta gaya. So what is it that I have that I can give to my guru? To that sadhu who is the king's guru. And he says, you're mine. That's why Gurbani says, Man beche Sadgur ke paas, tis sevak ke karj ras. When you sell your mind to your guru, you're practically saying that Guruji, mainu ta pata nahi, I give up. ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰੋ, ਨਹੀਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਸ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੀ ਰੱਖੋ, just keep me with you, give me whatever you want, you don't want to give me, it's up to you. That's selling your mind. That's why when we take Amrit, the Panj Pyare always ask, Guru Gobind Singh Ji asked in the crowd, they didn't ask who wants to take Amrit, they said who is willing to give their head. When you put your head down, you're literally giving everything, your mind, your everything to your Guru. And that's when a Panj Singh got up. Even now when you go to Amrit Sanchar, the Panj Pyare will ask you, are you willing to give your head? Physically, yes, and also mentally your mind to your Guru. So that's why Guru Sahib says everything is given to us. Bishta asta rakta parete cham. What are we made up of? This body that we are so proud of. Blood, gandha, bashab, tatti, skin. A lot of you are studying medicine, dentistry here. It's a bit gruesome to even look at a body, you know. We are made up of all this. Jitto, it's going to go back to where it comes from, which is the earth. So why are we so proud about this body? Why are we so proud about our looks or you know, our wealth, our property? There's nothing to be proud of. If there's something to be proud of, is that I'm proud of my Guru. I'm proud of the Khalsa Panth for being able to do all that they have done in the Panth. And I'm grateful to be called a Sikh of my Guru. Man karo tud upre mere pritam pyare. That's what Guru Bani says. Man karna, you want to have proud? You want to have pride in the Guru. Because there's no other Guru like Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Truth to be told. So what can you fight Ahankaar with? Nimrta. So the Pankti I read just now in the Mangla Charan, Main nahi kach ho nahi kich ahe na mora. Ausar lajja rakh liyo sadhana jan tora. Bhagat Sadhana Ji is telling this. Main nahi, I'm nothing. Kach ho nahi. I have nothing with me. Kich ahe na mora. And I cannot do anything. Main to kuch hunda hi nahi. Tusi karaunde a, tusi bathaunde a. Ausar lajja rakh liyo sadhana jan tora. Lajja means protect my honor. Sadhana is yours. I'm yours. So to fight Ahankar is to have that Nimrta. Not fake humility, baar jaake hanji, 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 nahi. Andar jaake, when you see people, speak to your mind. It's always speaking to your mind. Ananda Sahib tells us how to treat our mind. Asi mandana kida, how to work with our mind. E mana pyarya, speak to your mind with love. Hey mana, have Nimrta, you know. You're just the same like everybody else. They are all the same. Don't look down on other people. Never mind if they don't know it, don't understand, it's okay. Come down to their level. Never mind. Second way to speak to your mind is, "Eh man chanchala, you talk your mind. You think you're so great, is it? Huh? You must remember where you came from. You also had a difficult beginning. You were also like them once. So don't think you're too good." So there's two ways to speak to your mind. See which one works. Pyar de naal ja chadke, you know. So don't be so upset like, yo, I'm fighting, you know, this chore, I have so much of Kaam, I have so much of anger in me. Look at the bright side. Gurbani says as well, Kaam, Krodh, Moh, Vas kiya, Kirpan, Lobh, Pyar. Vas means you're under the control of Kaam and Krodh and Lobh. Maybe your life has become a misery, you think, but look at the last pankti. Chit aave us par brahm ta nimakh simrat tarya. This is the power of Simran. This is the power, this is the greatness of Guru Kar. Chit aave us par brahm ta nimakh. What is nimakh? Blink of an eye. Simrat tarya. Ek wari WhyGuru da mantar karke dilon banda tar janda. And that happened to one of the Pagan, I can't remember the name. His son's name is Narayan. He had so many children. His last child, he got a sadhu to name his son. And he named his son Narayan. But him and his wife, they were under the control of Kaam and Lobh. They never did Pagdi in their life before. Ajamal, Papi. And he's called Ajamal Papi because he had done so much of Pap in his life. But because his last son's name was Narayan, he kept calling him Narayan. Narayan itthe aa, Narayan itthe kar, aa kar, o kar, itthe na ja Narayan. And towards the end of his life, he kept calling for his son, Narayan. He wanted to see his son, Narayan, Narayan. But because Narayan is also the name of Paramatma, ode karke, Narayan jaap karke Ajamal tar gaya. He was liberated, he was saved. Ganika Papan, Ganika, a prostitute, is also mentioned in Gurbani. A prostitute never did any form of bhakti her whole life. A sadhu came to her house to ask for shelter, and that sadhu had a parrot with him. And the whole night, Ganika sat with the sadhu and they did Bachan Bilas. The sadhu gave her gyan, spoke to her, gave her updes. And before he left in the morning, the sadhu gave her that parrot and told her, Ganika, tera ekkai kama, teach the parrot to say Ram, 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 Ram. That's what Ganika did. Every day, Totenu Ram, 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 ke, oh Ram, Ram, ke, she became a Bhagat and she was liberated. Gurbani speaks about how all this puppy, just by saying Ram, Ram, and they are not doing it like, oh, now I have to sit and do Ram, Ram. No, they were doing it in their daily life. How Ajamu, he was calling his son. Ganika was teaching the parrot to say Ram. O Targene, and who are we? ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਤਾਰੂਗਾ what is different is we have not come to the sharan of Guru Sahib says ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਮਨ ਵੇਚੇ ਸਤਗੁਰ ਕੇ ਪਾਸ ਤਿਸ ਸੇਵਕ ਕੇ ਕਾਰਜ ਰਸ come to the sharan of the Guru ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਾਰਜ ਰਸ trust me Sangat ji when I say this when you leave everything because I'm a cancer survivor when you come to a point where you have so much dukkha in your life you let go of everything. That point came in my life as well where I just let go of everything and I just didn't want to work anymore. My husband asked me, we just bought a house. Paise kitna tarange? I'm not earning that much. And I just said, I don't know. I just give up. But I can't work anymore. That voice inside me is telling me I just can't work anymore. But I do not know where am I supposed to go after this. So I did ardas to Guru Sahib. Guru Sahib, you're telling me I feel that you're telling me to leave my job, leave everything and not worry about money. But what am I supposed to do now? And trust me, from 4 years, 5 years ago, I'm here now. Pata nahi, we don't even know. We don't know. We don't see the future because everything is already planned for us once we have left everything in the hands of the Guru. Ego is no. I control my life. Now, the opposite of ego, the opposite of home is you control my life. Steps to betterment. How can we improve and change this negative energy to something positive? First, be conscious. Jago. Second, work with your mind. Mamma mansyo kaj hai, man sade siddh hoye. Bhagavad Gita says that this body, this jivan is for us to work with our mind. Work with your mind. See what works. Walking away, switching, breaking the cycle, asking someone to be your sangat and help you out to fight one of this energy. The third one, ardas. Always do ardas to Guru Sahib to save you. The fourth one, Gurbani. So like I mentioned, having all these panktiyan for each chore. So when you're fighting it, like for example anger, Farida bure da bhla kar, koi na, gussa man na handai. Gurbani becomes a tool for you to help you. The fifth one, Sangat. That's why in Sikhi, Guru Sahib says, Bhakti vi karna Sangat vich karo. You want to do Naam Simaran, do in Sangat. Sangat means Sang, together, Gat, movement, where you move forward together. So if you are stuck one place, find Sangat and the Sangat will help you to move forward, will push you forward. And the last one is, if we have too much of energy, this one especially when with the energy of Kaam, because it's very physical. So in this youth, in this age, do a lot of physical activities. That's why Guru Angad Dev Ji, a sevak of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji, who was someone so full of love, full of berag, they started a Mal Akhada, where they used to call all this, the youth and ask them to do kabaddi, gatka, physical activity in the afternoon. Sweat it all out. Work it out. It will really help with the mind as well. So that's why Guru Sahib says, we shouldn't be sitting idle. Body which is idle and the mind which is idle is a place for ego and all this chore to work. Make it, work it, just work. शरीर हिलाओ, मन भी हिलाओ, फिर कम बनूगा. So that's all for today. एक घंटे च चलो मार्च कृपा. I was aiming to finish in an hour. Please forgive me for any mistakes I made. I hope we all learn something, even if one thing, not everything, one thing. Okay? So, and let's put it to practice. To become better, to have improvement, we don't just listen and go back home with empty hand. We have to put something into practice. Very kamu banuga. So, pulna chukan di khima. WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.